I made a post asking people why they thought karate sucked. And they gave me some reasons, and I'm gonna be proving them wrong. I feel pretty confident that I'm alright to speak on this, as I'm green belt, which is in my club, 5th year, which means I'm exactly halfway to black belt. And I've been doing it 15 years, so that's another reason. The first thing people bring up is that karate has no grappling, which although isn't entirely true, I can kind of see how it would be a problem. And by not entirely true, I mean, we do have grappling, we do have ground fighting, we do have throws, we do have a clinch of swords. But it's not for competition use, as obviously karate was made for self-defense, not competition. So obviously somebody who's trained in grappling, as some person said, would be a person that isn't trained in grappling. That goes for any striking martial arts. People are quick to bring up how Muay Thai is so much better and how karate has no ground fighting. Muay Thai has no ground fighting. No one looks at that, I'm just saying. And I'm not hating on Muay Thai. I do Muay Thai as well. We do Muay Thai here. We do karate and Muay Thai. I'm not a fan of it personally as much not because I think it's an ineffective art, it's just not one for me. Because I'm very, as you can see, I'm a stick. So, and they're a lot slower. I rely way more on speed to fight and defend myself rather than to slowly push up and do it that way. The next thing people always bring up is how karate doesn't punch, which is blatantly false. I think people mix together sport karate, we have sport karate here, and almost every other type of karate thinking this is the only type of karate there is, and it's just that, hey! And, hey! That kind of shit. Which, we're not. Most of us aren't that. A lot of us are full contact, most proper styles. Do train that full contact sparring with instead of just, I have stretched. Instead of just that touch, it's that full sending through the target as opposed to tapping the target. We do, obviously, when we're training, if we're doing head kicks, that wasn't a head kick, I need a stretch. Obviously, when we're training that with a partner, we might pull it and tap them on the face when we're training and doing drills. But when we're sparring, it's, well, kind of that. Not as hard as you would go normally in a fight, because that would make you a horrible sparring partner. Karate does punch. We have jabs, cross, hook, uppercut, rips. Sometimes overhands. That's a bit rarer. There was someone saying that karate doesn't do any rounded punches, which, just look at Kyokushin. I swear Kyokushin doesn't ever throw straight punches. If you look at any of them, they're always up, this close and straight. It kind of works, but not to the head really, or sorry, not to the body. You more have to round those. Ouch. More have to round them. We do have hooks and uppercuts and rounded punches, because if we just had jab cross, that'd be strange. Also, head movement. Someone brought up that karate doesn't have any head movement, which some styles, yes, I can totally agree with that. A lot of styles do rely on their foot movement, or footwork, sorry, to get them out of danger. So, if they're here, instead of using head movement to get out, like of danger, they'll get hit. Or they'll use their footwork to get out, which does take a bit more time. I can see the issues with that. My style, which is a traditional Okinawan style, so the first kind of karate, does use head movement. Something again though with head movement, a lot of people are quick to bring up how Muay Thai is just better as a whole. That's just wrong as well. Because it's not up, first off, it's not up to martial arts, we're up to us, the martial artists. Someone can be really good at Muay Thai or karate. Someone can be shit at Muay Thai, right? Someone can be really good at the point karate kind of thing. As long as that point karate guy has had experience in sending him through and doing full contact sparring, the karate guy will probably win. Because it's not up to the martial artist. People are quick to bring up how karate has no head movement, which as a whole isn't true, like I said, but partly is true. Different. Modern karate, yes. Real karate. I have a whole opinion on sport karate. It's not. People are quick to bring up how Muay Thai is just better. A lot of Muay Thai it has a bit of head movement, but not as many slips, rolls, all that. They have the, when you rock back, so till they the head kicks. I'm really bad at the Muay Thai head ground kick. But yeah, I just would like it to be a bit more fair, I'll be honest. People bring up all these issues with karate. When Muay Thai has the same issues and they glaze the fuck out of it. Another thing people love bringing up is the lack of low kicks. Which is one of those things, again, where it's kind of true, but it's also really untrue. Traditional karate does. In traditional karate, you don't really see that many kicks that go above there. Because it was originally purposed for self-defense. Obviously we do have head kicks, but it wasn't really a thing back when it was made. Now we do have that variation. That is spinning kicks. That was really shit. But you see so many spinning kicks in karate nowadays. That never used to be a thing. But yeah, so we do have low kicks. We've always had low kicks. Then when sport karate was made, they banned it. Because I don't know why you can't kick to the legs in sport karate. My best guess is it's too easy to get points from that. That'd be a point. That'd be a point. Be a point. It's way too easy to get points from that. My best guess is that's why that is. Obviously I don't do it, I can't speak on it. But yeah. Another thing is takedowns. People don't like that the striking art doesn't have takedowns. More specifically things like double legs or single legs, like those, we don't have those. Goju Ryu. Look at Goju. I think they do have single legs, double legs, all those, but although we don't have takedowns in this sense, we do. That was horrible. My bad. We do. In the judo-y sense, the throws and all that. Which technically I think, yeah, they're not takedowns. I don't myself know what constitutes a takedown and a throw. I've been told that in a throw, your opponent leaves the air, leaves the ground here, and they're like, or a takedown would be like that. where their feet don't really leave the ground all that much. But yeah, we do have that. We do have throws and takedowns, just not, to my knowledge, wrestling takedowns, like those double legs. But we do have those, just in the more viewed form of karate. They don't, but that's not the only form of karate. That's one form of karate that people think is karate. Another thing I saw, knees and elbows. People think we don't have knees and elbows. I don't know how this started. I think maybe sport karate has kind of ruined karate's reputation and made people think we don't have these throws, these elbows, these knees. We have these. I know what it's called in Japanese for the elbow, but a knee in Japanese, in like Shosho karate, what they call it is a hizageki. Hiza being knee, geri being kick. Because they count as a kick for some reason. This even gets translated into rule books completely as it is, being knee kicks. Yeah, we do have elbows, we do have knees, we do have fucking flying knees. That was kind of shit, I think. And the last thing I can think of that people hate about karate is the kata. I suck at kias. People hate that. People think it has no. Well, you're gonna punch me like this? No, I'm gonna punch you like this. That was awful. I'm aware. But yeah, people hate kata because they think you're gonna punch me like that. Which, no, we're not gonna do that. It's dumb. We're gonna get punched in the face if we do that. Unless we're competing in knockdown karate. We're still not gonna do it like this. Still, we're gonna get kicked in there. Half the time you see a punch, like, in karate, in kata, it's always a fucking throw or some lock or something, like an arm lock or an arm bar. I hate it, not because it's useless, because my dad is the instructor here, so I get thrown every day. I don't hate falling, break falls are fun. But when it's all fucking day, every day, well, not all day, when it's 4 to 7 p.m. every day, it does, get annoying. So in our third kata, in our club, it's called Kion. Oh, fuck. That hurt. Yee! That drop into shikanoch with the punch out here kind of reminds you of that. I suck at it. I need it for my grading next week, but that well, here, that takedown. That's not a punch, that's a fucking throw. Unfortunately. Because obviously the way this developed, the way they taught kata, the way it spread to other people and they preserved it, they have to write it down. And you can't write the movements, like the whole fluid stuff down. So what you end up doing is writing or drawing the end of it. So it looks like this, but in reality, I can't. It's this. Well, I guess I don't think you go that far. I'm not good at the takedown. I saw someone, I think it was only one person, but I'm going to address it. He thought karate doesn't have anything down the center, like kick-wise, when, even this style, their most known thing really short, but side kick. It's fairly down the center here. But, so not only that, we have a front kick. It's called a Maigeri. So, this one is a side kick. It's called a Yokogeri. We have a Maigeri, which is a front kick. That one's awful. We have the, it's not like the Muay Thai one, where it's, that was not good, but you know, where you're pushing them away. I think Muay Thai does have a static one, so. You know, we do also have push kicks. But mainly is a stabbing front kick. That action. So, yeah, you won't see much in that, hey, one karate kind of sparring. You'll see more side kicks. You might even see that shit. Don't love that. That is, I think it's more Taekwondo, which I have a whole opinion on myself. Yeah, so we do have strength kicks. We have a lot of strength kicks. We have I don't know if this counts, being like straight like down the pipe, an axe kick, like yeah, I'm not good at axe kicks. I need to be better at them for grading anyway. Next week, so I've got 1 week to improve. But yeah, I don't know if you count that down the pipe. And I know when I'm editing this and doing after I've posted it, I'm gonna have missed so much. So if you're commenting it, my bad, because I probably forgot it. Yeah, anyone who's stuck around this long, thank you. Thanks.